Welcome to the Remarc vending program. Your new vending machine will come shipped like this. You'll unpackage it and follow the following steps around the corner. We're ready to fill our vending machine. I've lined everything up in the color coding, so when you order the product, if you already have a machine, make sure you order blue for blue, purple for purple, red for red. That way you dispense the right quantity of product. So I've lined everything up, so we're ready to fill. Our key is here, and when you get your keys, if you record the number someplace, if you ever have an issue, then we can replace the key easier than you saying, I lost my keys. We open this head. It's a blue product. It's a blue gum kicking up lemonade. Open the case. Place the display card inside. Change your display cards regularly because they get old and tattered. Use some sort of container to fill your machine so you don't spill the gum everywhere. Head one's filled. Before you put the lid back on, you could make sure it's seated properly by the hole being lined up. Place it back on the head and lock it. Okay, next we're going with the purple, which is Reese's Pieces, Skittles, Smarties, specialty candies. It's in a shallow wheel, so you dispense the right quantity. Place the label inside. And fill these. Another head fill. Then lock it down. Up front. And lock down the machine. We're now going to fill the top heads. This machine was ordered with all dollar heads, so your product fills easy. But there's a chance that you could have a 25-cent or a $2 head. Please make sure your product corresponds, or you won't be making the right money. When pouring the product in the machines, also make sure there's no open capsules because it will jam the machine. So, as we open the first head, we're going to take the display for Happy Bunny, place it inside the machine, and pour the product, checking the bag for the open product. Full and clean machines make more money. By taking the time to top up your machines weekly, you'll make higher revenue. Happy Bunny's full. We lock down the machine. And move on to the next one. Fairly Odd Parents is the last head, which we fill like we did the other ones. Hopefully the product pushes that out of the way, or else you have to remove it and fix it. But let's try this going in slowly. The display is pushed forward now for visibility to all the customers. The display is what sells the product inside, so always make sure you have a display or a front, pulling it whichever is easier for you to cover. When putting the lid back on, make sure the rod goes in where the key is where the lock is. Then it'll lock down fine. Most of the time your problem will be the center rod isn't in the hole. Lock down. When it's time to cache this machine, we undo the lock. We remove the lid. This would be called your globe. Remove the head. These would be the different conversions placed inside. This one's called the capsule wheel. It'll hold an 850 count gum or a capsule. If a capsule's in it, you can't have a blue sticker that says gum and candy. Remove the body. The money will be in here. You'll have a bag. Dump the money like so. Holding the mech and everything, because this is all loose. Goes back together. ABS body. The chute. Your thank you door. And your 25-cent mech. Your square globe. And your lid. And then proceed to the following machines. Key goes in, mech lifts out, the money box comes out, you dump it, place this back, lock it. Give it a pull to make sure you've locked it. As with the lids, pull up to make sure everything is locked down. You don't want to find out that they're not locked down, because people can steal from you. Anytime you have any questions or problems, call our 1-800 number and somebody in customer service will be happy to help you. This is your Northern Beaver. NB26 is what it's called. The top lock's very similar to the Victor. You open it up, you place your product in. If your front glass is all scratched, there's 2 screws. You unscrew it and you put new glass in after you've ordered it from Remarc. Northern Beaver goes at the front, make sure it's lined up just like the Victor, and sealed after you filled it with product. The mechanism is a little different than the Victor. This is a $2 machine. We open it, we pull the mech out like so, the whole unit comes out. Your cash box in here, cash box goes back. If you're having a mech problem, this slides right out. You've ordered a new mech from Remarc, they've sent it to you. We slide it back in. Place the unit in on a little bit of an angle. Give it a push and lock the unit. Pull to make sure it's locked. Before you lock the top lid, put your toonie in and make sure your product does dispense. Prime it just to be sure. Lock it up, make sure everything's locked, and you're set to go.